Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Fountain Street Soccer Complex in Cambridge, Ontario, home of the Conestoga Condors, for what promises to be a fantastic night of knockout football. Tonight, one team will move to within a single victory of silverware as Cambridge United hosts the Woodbridge Strikers in the 2026 Ontario Premier League Men's Cup semifinal. The stakes could not be higher. 90 minutes or more if required separate these clubs from a place in the OPL Cup final where either Masters FA or Waterloo United will be waiting. These two OPL2 sides are also meeting tonight in the other semifinal, meaning that tonight's winner will know that one more hurdle remains between them and the Provincial Cup glory. For Cambridge United, this is a tremendous opportunity on home turf. The club currently competes in OPL2 and has embraced this underdog role throughout this cup run. Standing in their way is the only remaining OPL1 side left in the competition, the Woodbridge Strikers, one of Ontario's most established and successful amateur programs and the current leaders in the OPL1 standings. Cambridge United began their cup journey in round one, defeating Inter Toronto 1-0 at this very venue to advance. That was followed by an epic PK win, 4-3 on the road against Crosopia after a 3-3 tie. Their reward was another difficult knockout assignment as they continue to find solutions. When the draw for the quarterfinals was announced, Cambridge were paired up with OPL 1 contender Vaughan Azzurri, one of the strongest clubs remaining in the competition. Yet, Cambridge found a way to advance and book their place in tonight's semi-final with a 3-1 away win. Woodbridge, on the other hand, entered the tournament one round later after receiving a first-round bye. The Strikers were rewarded for their strong standing within the Ontario game and immediately found themselves in challenging cup ties. The route eventually brought them past the Borough and then Burlington, in both cases by PK after a 1-1 tie. It was 10-9 against the Borough and 5-4 against Burlington. And now they are in the semifinals attempting to keep the OPL 1 banner flying. While three OPL 2 clubs remain alive in the competition, Woodbridge has become the lone representative from the province's top OPL division. That fact alone adds another layer of intrigue to tonight's contest. There is no head-to-head history between Cambridge United and Woodbridge Strikers in league play. This is hardly surprising. The clubs currently compete in different divisions, with Woodbridge in OPL 1 and Cambridge in OPL 2. Because of that, tonight's meeting has all the ingredients of a true cup matchup. Unfamiliar opponents, contrasting league backgrounds, everything on the line. So here we are. A place in the 2026 Ontario Premier League Men's Cup Final is on the line. Home supporters are ready. Visitors have made the trip with aspirations of another trophy. One match, one winner, one step from the cup final. Game is on. The home team, Cambridge United, is wearing blue with red numbers, playing from left to right on your screen in this first half. The opponents, Woodbridge Strikers, wearing all white, playing from right to left. That's Cambridge skipper Jacob Findlay. Now with the ball, that's Noah Medeiros. Already challenged. Medeiros passing to Nicolas Antolchik. That's even Antolchik, and now that's Tristan Greenwich on the left side. Ball sending back to Findlay. Finlay looking for some options there. Cambridge with a very aggressive formation. Looks like he's only playing with three in the back. And then Woodbridge is playing with three up front. So Woodbridge is more playing on a 4-3-3. And Cambridge looks like more of a 3-5-2 with the wingbacks. We'll see how this contrast in formations works out for either team. It's going to be very difficult to see the numbers. That was Keegan Wilson. The gold numbers on a white jersey, kind of difficult to see from here. Maybe when the sun is down, it's going to become a little easier for me. Luckily, I know a few of the players, so I can actually tell them by looking at them. Just a couple of minutes into this game, Finley is forced to kick the ball out and away. Currently being protected by Medeiros. Cannot prevent it from going out. So it's going to be a throw that's going to be taken by Sebastian Cochrane. That's your captain, Jacob Spiceri. Back to Cochrane. Ball is deflected by Medeiros, and it's another throw. Further back, Rosen. There you go. Cochrane picks up the ball again. Tareke is open, but right behind him. I don't think he saw him yet. He chooses to go forward, but the ball is intercepted. Cotterill. Back to Cochrane. Now playing to Tareke. Another deflection on Nicolas Antolsic, and it's going to be another throw. Cochrane with the ball. Long throw, headed away. Antolsic. Long ball, looking for Ferraro. But Wilson gets there first. Passes the ball back to Clark. That's Ivan Nekiporuk. Tareke. Nekiporuk again. Vietle. Tareke. Back to Tareke. Almost lost it. Woodbridge trying to find an opening. Not easy so far. That's Michael Croco playing to Keegan Wilson. Long ball. Looking for Spizzirri, but it's kicked away. Tareke. That was Rosen. And that's Noah Medeiros again. In front of Cochrane. Medeiros wins. Not for long. Nechiporuk plays back. That's Vietle. Vietle, you tell me. Long ball looking for Cochrane or maybe Rosen. No luck. Here comes the long goal kick. A flick. No luck there. Spizzirri chasing. Ball goes back to Brosseau. Brosseau playing back to Finley. That's Nechiporuk again. Keegan. Was a rebound there. Oh, that was lucky beyond belief for Cambridge United. It looked like Ethan Rosen was about to score after the lucky rebound, but good timing by the Cambridge defense. In this case, that was Patrick Brosseau who deflected the ball, leaving it right in front of the keeper. A good chance for the visitors already. Cochrane with the ball. Looking for a header. Finds Brosso instead. A long kick. Looking for Rosen again, but it's easy for Finlay to control. Finlay to Heimbecker. Couldn't see who's that. In any case, it's James Arango now on the left side, being chased by Wilson, who wins the ball. Referee indicates it's a corner kick. It's going to be the first one for the home team in 7 minutes. Looks like it's going to be taken by Nicholas Antolsic. 1, 2, 3 Cambridge players in the box so far against 6 Woodbridge players. Now these numbers have almost doubled for both of them. It's a very crowded 18 yards at this point, with Ferraro right in front of the keeper, and then 5 more players in the box. Here comes the ball from Antolsic. A header by Arango. A rebound on Neki Porok, and it's going to be another corner kick. And in this case, it looks like it's going to be taken by Mateo Grant. From the right side this time. Let's see if Grant is a lefty or a righty, and I can tell where the ball is going to go. Looks like he's a lefty, so the ball is going to curve away from the keeper and deep into the 18 yards. No, they do the short one instead. Here comes the cross. Looking for the first post. Control by Clark. A long throw from Clark. Santillan is wide open on the left. Couldn't see him. Ball is kicked away. And it's going to be another throw for Woodbridge in the last third of the field. Now is the turn for Woodbridge to get a corner kick. It's going to be their first. It's very hard to see the numbers from here, but I'm guessing that is number 17, Sebastian Cochrane. No, that is not him. Can't see who's taking it. I'm sorry. Cochrane is in the box. Here comes a long kick looking for the header. A beautiful header by Keegan Wilson, sent away by Finlay. And like in the previous case, that's another corner kick, this time for Woodbridge. That was a beautiful cross. Santillan with the ball, another cross, another attempt. Cleared by the defense. Spizzirri passing back to Clark, and we start over again. Almost 11 minutes in the first half. It's 0-0, Cambridge and Woodbridge. The OPL Men's Cup semifinal number 1. In a few minutes, the second semifinal will start, featuring Masters FA and Waterloo United. Groga to Lee. Lee to Tareke. Tareke to Wilson. Back to Tareke. Back to Lee. Long ball. Looking for Santillan again. The cross. The ball was out already. Finlay still controls it. It's going to be a goal kick. Long ball looking for a header. Finds Santillan. That is Rosen. Rosen has fouled by Brosso. It's going to be a free kick on the left side of the field, very close to the corner flag for Woodbridge strikers. And it's going to be taken by Michael Croco. No wall, just one player in front of the ball. But I don't see the keeper making any indication that he needs a wall. Everybody assumes that Croco is going to just cross the ball, look for a friendly header. There's 6 players in the box, and Spitziri just waiting in the D. Here we go. Croco with the cross, a beautiful one. A header missed. And another deflection, and it's another throw in attacking position for the visitors. Well, we're getting ready. Let's go through the match officials for tonight. Referee is Parsa Nurusian. First assistant referee Vito Pipitone. Second assistant referee Jesse Money. Fourth official is Ryan Rodriguez, and the match coordinator is Marlene Ford. Here comes another cross from Spitziri. A clear by Brousseau. Ball goes all the way to the center, where it's headed back. It was Tareke who did, and the ball bounced all the way back to Findlay's dominion. Heimbecker to Greenwich. Greenwich back to Findlay. Heimbecker under pressure. Passing back to Findlay. Has to clear the ball. Headed back by Wilson. That's Neki Poruk. Neki Poruk again. Woodbridge has numbers. That's unfortunately too long of a pass. Ball runs out of the pitch. It's going to be another goal kick for Cambridge. We're at almost 15 minutes into this first half. Cambridge arriving to this game in strong competitive form, continuing to battle near the top half of the OPL 2. Their most recent match was a scoreless draw away at Whitby. Prior to that, a hard-fought 2-2 draw against regional rivals Waterloo United, and an impressive 3-1 victory away at Guelph United, and a 2-3 loss at home against Pickering. For Woodbridge, they currently sit at the top of the OPL 1 standings with 28 points in 13 matches, with a goal difference of plus 21. They have defeated North Toronto 1-0, Sudbury Cyclones 5-0, International FC 3-0, and most recently they earned a 2-2 draw away at St. Catherine's Roma, a game that saw a festival of yellow and red cards, and then also a 3-3 tie against International FC, and they just beat Burlington on the road 3-2 just a few days ago. Ball recovered by Cambridge. That's an offside call. I think it was the right call. Jesse Money, the second assistant referee, is going to be a free kick, indirect free kick, which is already taken by Wilson. Tareke, Neki Poruk, Wilson making a run, being chased by 3 players until it's being taken down by Noah Medeiros, who gets a yellow card for his trouble. At the 16th minute, it's a free kick for Woodbridge just outside of the box. I will say 25 yards from the net, a little oblique. Not a very skewed angle, but just good enough for a lefty to put the ball in the far corner. We'll see what the outcome is here. It's the Finley setting up a wall, 3 players. And there's 6 Woodbridge strikers, players in the box, waiting for the eventual cross. Here comes Michael Croco. I'm saying what? That's headed out. Another header, this time by Spitzeri. Cleared by Medeiros. And it's a counter. Cambridge doesn't have the numbers, but they have the position. A good attempt to send the ball to Medeiros again. Blocked by the defense. I think that was Tarek again. Now another counter, this time for Woodbridge. One before, can he make it? No. Another long ball. I don't think he's offside this time, and that's Arango, who cannot control the ball, goes out. He was not offside. It's a throw for Woodbridge. Going to be done by Sebastian Cochrane. No one, he's throwing his hands, dejected. There's no one around him. He has a little more people now. Rosen is here. Neki Porok is here. Long ball. Looking for Cotterell. That was recollected by Medeiros, but loses possession. Spitzeri, long ball, looking again for Rosen. No luck. It's another goal kick. Oh no, ball never went out. The keeper just picked it up and put it back into play. Long ball again, looking for James Arango, controlled by Daniel Tareke, and now it's Lee. Elijah Viet Lee with the ball, passing back to Daniel Clark. Clark to Tareke again. Spitzeri with a long tenure with Woodbridge, having played for this club several seasons already. Long ball looking for, that was Rosen, but no luck. That's another foul, this time called against Jacob Spitzeri. Amaral is back up. It's a free kick for Cambridge United. Trying to see who's going to take it. Looks like Finley will have to come. Yeah, Finley's taking it. Head coach for Cambridge United is John Morgan. Assistant coach Andrew Ayale Tavi. Goalkeeping coach Gonzalo Benzi. The team manager Harvey Marchant, and the medical staff Anna Leuenberger. Here comes the long ball from Finley, from keeper to keeper. Here's the coaching staff for Woodbridge United. Head coach Peter Pinizzotto, assisted by Paul Staltieri and Fabio Panetta. Goalkeeping coach Salvatore Virdo. Team manager Milka Batak. Physiotherapist Ariana Fatica, and the medical staff David Lisi. Tareke. Risky move. Lee loses the ball to Antolsic. Spitzeri manages to recover it. Rosen. Long ball. Can he get it? No, he did not. Good attempt. Good effort. No luck. Ball just went out. It's going to be a throw in the first third of the field for Cambridge United. We are in the 21st minute. Long ball. Looking for Ferraro. Ferraro's attempt is neutralized by Spitzeri. It's a throw for United. Bad touch. And Cambridge loses possession. Cochrane. A flick there by Cotterell. Omari Cotterell. Long ball. Easy for Daniel Tareke to control. There's no one around. He has time. He has space. Passing to Ivan Nekiporuk. Back to Tareke. Now he has pressure. has to resolve something. Passes back to Clark. Clark with the kind of weak touch, but lucky for him, Keegan Wilson was paying attention. Comes to the ball. It's back to Tareke on the left side of the defense. Lee, Nicky Poruk. All the way to the right to Wilson's position. Wilson back to Lee. Lee to Cotterell. Cotterell against Antolcic. Evan in this case. Cotterell wins. That's Rosen. Across. Cross, a dive, and the keeper. Long ball, Ferraro. Amaral could not control. Ball goes out. It's another throw for the visiting team. Long ball, looking. That was Cotterell again. Very dangerous tonight. Ball is clear and sent to the side. It's another throw. Nicky Poruk. Rosen. Rosen in the box. No. A shot there by Cotterell. Controlled by Finlay. Woodbridge getting closer. Controlling most of the action so far. But Cambridge with very dangerous counter. Like in this case, it's a good chance there for Medeiros. Unfortunately, the finishing's not there. And Woodbridge has the ball again. Not sure what happened. The referee's asking to do the, oh, the ball was moving. So they did the goal kick again. It's Wilson. Another deflection, another throw. Spitzero with the ball. I'm lying, Spitzero is right in front of me. That wasn't him. In any case, Cambridge regains possession. Medeiros almost in the box. Intercepted by Tareke. Tareke passing back to Clark. Chased by Nicholas Antolcic. That was Keegan Wilson. Wilson again. That's Lee. We got distracted and following James Arango. He seems to be hurt. Looks like he's walking with difficulty, but he's walking again. That's Keegan Wilson again with the long ball, looking for Rosen. Intercepted by Heimbecker. Greenwich earns a throw for his team. That's Tristan Greenwich. Cambridge again in the attack. That's James Arango fighting for the ball against Keegan Wilson. Wilson gets the goal kick for his team, which is already taken. Playing to Tareke. Once again, trying to figure out who to pass the ball to. Nicky Poruk. A long kick, this from Clark. Looking for Rosen, no luck. Medeiros misses the header, but manages to get a foot in there. Tareke, Cochrane. A little push. Enough for Heimbecker to win. Antolcic looking for Medeiros. Medeiros with a good chance. Clark controls the ball. a beautiful evening here in Cambridge, Ontario. It was way too hot, but now with the sun coming down, a little breeze, perfect conditions for a great evening of soccer. Croco. Dispossessed. Same happens to Arango. Long run, they're looking for a pass. Here goes Tareke. Tareke with some space in there. Back to Neki Porok. Turn around, the Santillan. Neki Porok. Dispossessed. Long ball looking for Ferraro, who fouls Wilson. It's going to be a free kick for Woodbridge. Neki Porok. Lee. Tareke. Cochrane. Well, flicked away by Medeiros. No Medeiros. Another throw. No, wait, says the referee. Because like I said before, James Arango is on the ground and Nicolas Antolsic is signaling his coach, indicating that he needs to be subbed. So it's going to be a little pause, which probably will be used for rehydration, a few chats, while the medical staff comes to look after James Arango. Referee gives the order. Here it comes. This is Anna Leuenberger. Okay, we'll see who is coming in. That was James Arango being substituted. And who's coming in? That's going to be number 21, Luca Romano. Cochrane to Tareki. Playing to Kroko, back to Tareki. That is Lee, Kroko, Neki Porok. Playing back to Wilson. Good steal there by Cochrane. Spizziri. A deflection there, a shot by Cotterell, deflected, and I think it was Amaral, and it's going to be another corner kick. Don't quote me on this. I think it's going to be Michael Crocott taking it. Like I said, it's very hard to see the numbers. One, two, three, four, five, 6 Woodbridge players in the box. Here comes the ball. A header failed by Cotterell. Ball cleared. Sent further up, in this case, by Ferraro, but it's back in the possession of the Woodbridge strikers. That's Neki Porok. Deflected. Ferraro's trying to control, manages to get the ball to Medeiros. Noah Medeiros still with it. Attempted a through pass. Neki Porok wins. It's clean, says the ref. Rosen. It's Cotterell. Omari Cotterell against 2 people. Ball deflected by Heimbecker. Callum Heimbecker is another throw. Rosen. Cochrane. Tareki Cochrane. Looking for Cotterell. Back to Tareki. Tareki again. That's passing to Rosen, Ethan Rosen. It's a foul call. Very quickly done. Spitziri, Jacob Spitziri. Neki Porok. Spitziri again. Here comes the shot. No. Try to pass. Antosic was there. Antosic wins. I guess dispossessed anyway. That's Kroko. Santillian. That's a very dangerous attack now. Here comes the cross. Good block there. That was Callum Heimbecker again. And that's another corner kick for Woodbridge Strikers. And it's going to be Michael Kroko taking it. Like in the previous case, it's going to be 6 Woodbridge Strikers in the box. Everybody but Christian Ferraro is defending. Here comes the ball. It's a good one again. No one can hit. Ball goes out. Perfect curve. It's a goal kick. We're at almost 34 minutes. The referee was having a conversation with a few subs, Cambridge subs that were there. Here comes Findlay with the ball. Long ball finds Wilson. As Medeiros. Tareke. A decent crowd here at Fountain Street. As the ball goes out of bounds again. 10 minutes to go in this first half. I'm assuming referee will give a couple of minutes to make up for the time lost while James Arango been taken care of before he was substituted. Findlay, chased by Rosen, kicks the ball out. Wilson, no, that's Viet Lee. That's Cotterell. Facing Greenwich, tries to get across, no luck. Still in control. Santillian, Rosen in the box, takes a shot, deflected. Kicked away. Out of bounds by the Cambridge defense, but they prevented the corner kick, or avoided the corner kick. Neki Porok. That's Michael Kroko. Back to Tareki, being chased by Ferraro. Tareki to Wilson. Wilson on the right side, looking for Cotterell. Santillian. Spitziri with the cross. A beautiful one. Looking for Cochrane. Cochrane wins. Takes a shot. And a fantastic save by Jacob Finley to send the ball to the corner kick. That's the best chance so far. Here comes the cross by Kroko. A header, sending the ball out. The Cambridge ball is cleared. Tareki coming to it. Ferraro trying to intercept. No luck, but the long ball sent by Tareki still goes nowhere. It's a goal kick for the home team. We're in the final minutes of this first half with the score 0-0. Thank you, Paul. Great ball to Cotterell. Cotterell with a cross. Saved by Finley. Spizzeri to Rosen. Rosen chased by Brosseau. Rosen getting in the box. In the box, takes a shot. Blocked by Brosseau. Now it's Spizzeri, Nekiporok. Intercepted again. Brosseau doing a good job there. Control by Tareke. I think it's fouled by the recently subbed in Luca Romanos. Another free kick for Woodbridge striker, close to the half. Croco already with the ball. 38 minutes. In the other semifinal, we're on 11 minutes into the first half. It's 0-0 between Masters FA and Waterloo United. Long ball, looking for Romano again. It's a collision, it's a foul. Both players are hurt though. Looks like Wilson is taking the worst part of this collision. Romano's up already. Wilson will be okay. Tristan Greenwich will take the free kick. Nope, he's moving away. Going for the header, which is a good idea given how tall he is. Here comes, it was Mateo Grant with the ball. Here comes a cross. Not yet. Passing back to Grant. Pass is short. Woodbridge getting the ball, starting the counter. Numbers are not in his favor, in their favor, sorry. Croco has to pass back. They have to stop the play a little. Cotterell has to play back to Clark. All the way to the left to where Daniel Tareke is. Tareke passing to Cochrane. Brosseau anticipates and passes back to the keeper. A long ball looking for Romano. Lee gets there first. Romano fouls. It's a free kick. Almost at halftime. That is Ethan Rosen. Cotterell. That was intercepted by Tristan Greenwich. It's another corner kick. Another opportunity for Michael Croco to put the ball in the box. Same choreography as before. Everybody in the box for the home team except for Christian Ferraro, number 10. And about 6 to 7 Woodbridge players in there, with Rosen staying close in case they want to do the short corner kick. They don't. Here comes the ball, flicked again by Greenwich, and now kicked away by Noah Medeiros. Not that far though, more higher than further. A long ball. Ferraro chasing. Tareke passes back to the keeper. Now it's Cochrane. Sebastian Cochrane sending the ball up and away for Omari Cotterell. Croco. Cochrane. Nekiporok. Spizzeri loses. Santillian makes a long run to recover the possession, gets fouled for his effort by Nicolas Antolsic. This is a free kick for Woodbridge at 42 minutes into this first half. Long kick by Jacob Finley. Headed, albeit imperfectly, by Sebastian Cochrane. It's a throw for Cambridge, going to be done by Noah Medeiros. Looking for Romano, back to Medeiros. Chased by Neki Porok. Plays to Romano. Romano to Amaral. Amaral tries to cross the ball, but it gets deflected. Back to him. Chased by Neki Porok. Manages to get the ball out of there, passing to Heimbecker. That's Evan Antolsic. A beautiful chip. That was a great idea. Almost worked. Wilson taken down by Romano. And he got the look first. Now he's getting the talk. But he didn't get the card. Elijah Vialli with the ball, passes to Cochrane, Cochrane to Rosen. Rosen again, Medeiros wins. That's Noah Medeiros. Luca Romano. Ferraro could not win. Viet Lee. Lee still with it. Lee still with it, crosses. Looking for a white shirt there, no one there. That's Antolsic to Grant. Grant to Greenwich, back to Grant. Heimbecker. Medeiros intercepted by the other 17, Cochrane. Cochrane with the cross. Ball is missed by Greenwich, and that's a blooper. I cannot describe that play. We continue. Ball still in possession by Michael Crocco. Playing back to Cotterell. A shot by Santillan, too wide. Too far up, hits the fence behind the net. And we're in the 45th minute. There's going to be 2 more minutes in this first half. I'm pretty sure that play with the Woodbridge player missing the shot, and then Greenwich, Tristan Greenwich almost laying on top of the ball. That's going to make the blooper reel this week. Tareke, too many legs in there. Spitziri manages to get it out, and that's Rosen. A little space there, Cotterell right in front of him. A nice ball for Crocco. Crocco loses to Brosseau. And he's taken down. And here comes another conversation between the referee and Jacob Spitziri. That's Heimbecker with the ball. Long ball. Headed out by Wilson. That's Tristan Greenwich chasing Cotterell, forcing him to come back and lose possession, which is resolved by Lee, who kicks the ball out of reach and out of bounds. It's another goal kick for the home team as we're very near the halftime break. Referee already checking his watch. This may be the last play of this first half. And that was it. Well, halftime score is 0-0 between Cambridge United and Woodbridge Strikers. This OPL Men's Cup semifinal. We will be right back. As we're getting ready to start the second half, we'd like to acknowledge the following league partners: the Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry; Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favorite OPL alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams, all exclusively on One Soccer. Voit, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for the Ontario Premier League. Hummel, the official apparel supplier of the OPL. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league, and Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Second half is underway. We have an update from the other semifinal. Masters FA Man is leading 1-0 in 30 minutes in the first half. Goal scored by DeAndre Branch. No substitutions so far in this game except for the one we saw in the first half. Luca Romano going in for James Arango. I now see Elijah Billy stretching. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It's a throw that Sebastian Cochrane with the ball, looking for Rosen, but it's intercepted by Heimbecker. Spitzer dispossessed. Greenwich to Amaral, Alex Amaral. A through ball finds Wilson. And that is Cotterell with the ball. Passing back to Nicky Pork. Cotterell comes across, it's offside. It's an offside call on Michael Croco. That's going to be an indirect free kick for Cambridge United at the edge of the 18 yards. Going to be taken by the keeper, Jacob Findlay. A long ball. The keeper a flick. Trying to get across. Here it comes. Ball is flicked out by Lee. A shot. A beautiful shot by Mateo Grant. Goes over the crossbar. A good chance there for the home team. Lee. That's Neki Poruk. Ball play stopped. What happened there? A bad ball? Yeah, that ball is flat. They're getting another one and another one. Referee has to choose one now. There you go. Neki Poruk. Lee. Croco. Bad touch. It's a throw for the home team. Looks like Medeiros coming for the ball. Neki Poruk. Intercepted. Samaral. Antolsic loses. Cotterell. A long ball. Looking for Croco, who cannot prevent it from going out. Now that it's getting darker, actually neither combination of colors is very good for me to call this game. It's the numbers, the red numbers on the blue jerseys were easier to read when it was brighter. Woodbridges are still impossible. Luckily, I learned their names and physical appearance during the first half, so I can do most of them right. That was Santos Sich. Cotero playing back. That's Cochrane. Long ball from Cochrane looking. That was Spit City was there. That was Ivan Antolcic. Antolcic again to Romano. Romano all the way to the right where Medeiros is. It's no Medeiros with the ball, trying to beat a player. Comes across. Deflected. Romano controls. A shot by Evan Tolcic. Goes wide. It's a goal kick for Woodbridge strikers. Cambridge getting a little more presence in the opponent's side in the second half. Taking more the initiative here. Lee. Negiporok back to Lee. High pressure by Cambridge right now. 3 players chasing. And that pays off. A long clear. A header by Brousseau. Greenwich. Long ball was looking for Nicolas Antolcic, but it just goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick. A header by Clark. Negiporok going past Clark. Clark again, long ball, looking for Luca Romano. He gets there, Medeiros helping, he comes across. And the ball goes out. Good defense there by Lee. It's a goal, it's a corner kick for the home team. Mateo Grant going for it. It's a good opportunity for the hosts here to open the score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cambridge players in the box. Woodbridge defending with 10 players. Only Santillan is outside of the box right now. And Croco. Referee talking to players. There's a lot of hugging, grabbing. Now it's a conversation. That's it. The referee said this is the last one. Cards will start to fly out after this. Here comes the ball from Grant. It's a good curve there. Then forces Daniel Clark to send the ball out of the crossbar. Almost an Olympic goal. That's another opportunity. This time it's going to be Nicolas Antolcic with the cross. Here it comes. First post. A flick that doesn't meet destination. What was that? It was Brousseau. One bicycle kick attempt. An unfortunate play. Looks like Ferraro ends up hitting his opponent. That's a dangerous play. Who's on the ground? Tareke? Yes. While they take care of Daniel Tareke, a quick tidbit of information about, I said it was almost an Olympic goal, which is what we normally call when a goal is scored directly from the corner flag. That term was coined in 1928 after Argentina beat Uruguay, then Olympic champions, 1-0 in Buenos Aires at the Barraca Central Stadium. They scored directly from a corner kick, and that was the very first time that the goals from the corner kick were allowed. And since it was scored against the Olympic champions, that was why it was called Olympic goal. At the end of the game, Argentina won 1-0, and they celebrated by doing a lap around the field, which since then is being called Olympic lap. And that same day, at the Barraca Central Stadium, they had a brand new fence all around the field. And guess how it's called, that fence in South America? It's called Olympic fence. All three terms coined in the same game somewhere in Buenos Aires in 1928. I believe the player who scored the goal, his name was Carlos Peuchele, but don't quote me on that. That was 1928. That was a few years before I was born. In the meantime, there's a game here, and there's a throw for Cambridge United. Medeiros with the ball, looking for Ferraro. Rosen fighting and being fouled. Referee stops the play, so the ball has to be on the ground and not moving in order to do the free kick. Nike Porok playing to Tareke, back to Niki Porok, under pressure again. Antosic and Romano chasing them. Croco again. Niki Porok. He has options, looking for Santillan. Can he connect? No, he could not. Can he prevent the ball from going out? He did. Facing Grant. Here comes the cross. No luck. A shot blocked there by Rousseau. Negi Pork playing to Keegan Wilson. Wilson Tareke. Rousseau again. And again. And a great discharge. They're looking now for, who's that? That is number 10, Christian Ferraro in the box. Takes a shot just over the crossbar. Scores a field goal. Unfortunately, doesn't count here. We're at 12 minutes into this second half. The score is still 0-0. On the other semifinal, as I mentioned, it's still 1-0 for Masters FA, about to go into the halftime break over Waterloo United. Long ball. Good control there by Santillan, but he loses immediately after that. Neki Porok. Jacob Spitziri. Neki Porok, dispossessed. Santillan wins it back. Spitziri against Grant. Long cross looking for Rosen, no luck. Keeper comes out. Findlay with the ball. Ball goes fast from one end of the field to the other one. Little traffic in the midfield. It's like the forgotten third of the field right now. That's another example. Like the ball, after the goal kick, the ball is immediately collected by the other keeper. Santillan looking for Cotterell. Dispossessed. That's Antol Sich playing to Greenwich. Greenwich with a great through ball for Romano. Romano takes a shot. A beautiful save by Daniel Clark. Sending the ball to the corner kick. That's a great chance, probably the best chance so far for Cambridge. Looks like Brosso with the corner kick. Tons of players waiting for the header. Here it comes. far post, a flick, ahead, clear by oh boy, on the goal line by Neki Porok. Still in danger. Romano with the cross, offside called. Offside called. What a great opportunity for Cambridge. Ivan Nekiporok with that very timely clear on the goal line. It's a goal kick for, no, it's a free kick. It was an offside call. Already taken care. That's Daniel Tareke playing back to Lee. Lee with the long ball looking for Rosen, chased by Brosso. Brosso's going to win. Cochrane intercepts. Nekiporok. Cottrell loses. Another long ball looking for Medeiros. He's not going to get it. Clark controls. Killing time was too early. 60 minutes. Nekiporok. That's Tareke, Daniel. Still him. A through ball for Cottrell. Cochrane. Rosen. Dispossessed. Rosen. A good attempt. Play was well read by Heimbecker. And it's going to be a couple of substitutions on Woodbridge United. Number 9, Ronaldo Marshall coming in. That's one of the players I saw going in. The player coming out is number 26, Ethan Rosen. I missed what the other one was. Nekiporok. A long ball. Looking for Antolsik. Being pushed by Wilson. Draws the foul. Well done. Antolsic will take it. I think that's the only substitution so far. I thought there were 2 players getting ready to go in. Ronaldo Marshall, number 9. Another player with a rich history within Woodbridge. Here comes the cross from Nicholas Antolsic. 2 men in the wall. Here comes a header. That was Christian Ferraro with the attempt. No luck. Cottrell playing back to Lee, back to Nekiporok, back to Tareke. A long ball. Trying to find Cochrane, but no luck. I don't see Michael Krokos. I'm pretty sure he came off. It's another throw for the home team. We're at 63 minutes. There you go. The substitution. Michael Crocco came off as well. And number 20, Francesco Panetta, is on the field. Players switching sides. Cochrane is coming to the right side now. I think Lee is on the left. Yeah. Long throw. Brousseau could not hit the header. That's another throw for the home team. We're near the half of the second period. 3/4 of the game already down. No difference between these two teams. Still 0-0. Headed to PKs at this pace. And Brousseau with a good shot there by Cottrell, saved by Jacob Findlay. Another corner kick for Woodbridge striker. 65 minutes. Here comes the cross. It's a good one. A header. And that shot hits the crossbar. No in. And then the header after that goes over the crossbar. A fantastic chance by number 9, Ronaldo Marshall, who could not sink the ball in. Doesn't get any better than that or any closer than that. Woodbridge still attacking. Brousseau under siege, and then Finlay manages to get the ball out. It's going to be a throw for Woodbridge. That was a great opportunity for the strikers to take the lead. Marshall again. Here comes Cochrane with the cross. Cleared by Grant. Another shot with deflection. That's going to be another corner kick. Woodbridge knocking at the door here. Getting closer and closer. Here comes another one. Several players waiting for the header. Here comes another good cross there. Headed by Neki Porok. But it's way over the crossbar. It's another goal kick. Cochrane. Now it's Matteo Grant. Grant chased by Spitziri. Grant plays to Ferraro. Back to Grant. Here comes the cross. A deflection on. Also, lucky break. That was Lee who intercepted the ball. Could have been way more dangerous than that. Lucky for him. Daniel Clark was paying attention. Managed to grab the ball with some ease. Here comes the kick. Headed back by Grant. Long ball again. Looking for Ferraro, no luck. Clark again. Cochrane is all up. Open, asking for the ball. Clark decides to go to the other way where Tareke is. Tareke passes back to Lee. Lee, long ball looking for Ronaldo Marshall. Panetta gets there first. Dispossessed though. And there's substitutions. So coming off the field, Alex Amaral, number 8. And Noah Medeiros, number 17. Going in, Kyler Monterosso, number 16. And Elliot Dell, number 77. 20 minutes to go, plus whichever extra time is added to it. Still 0-0. Both teams with really good chances in the last few minutes. That's Mateo Grant. Grant sending the long ball, looking for Ferraro. Ferraro being chased by Wilson. Referee gives the throw to Woodbridge strikers, making the international sign of the ball touched you last. Cochran with the ball. A long throw. Greenish controls. Grant, ball's out of bounds. Another throw for the strikers. It's going to be Sebastian Cochran again. Looking for Ronaldo Marshall. Intercepted by Heimbecker. That's a foul called against Nicky Porok. Grant's on the ground. Got hit in the head, so referee might have to call the medical staff here. Parsa Nurusian is the name of the referee in this game. He does. Here comes Mrs. Leuenberger again to look after Mateo Grant. Well, we have this break. Quick update on the other semifinal. There's still a halftime. It's still 1-0 up for Masters FA. A goal scored by number 3, DeAndre Branch. With this result, Masters FA is advancing to the final match, facing the winner of this encounter here. That's substitution that I missed. There's 2 substitutions. I see Nicky Porok coming off. And number 2, Michael Cachera comes in. And I missed the other one, 23 for 17. So 17 is Sebastian Cochran, who came off. And Jordan Hendricks went in for the strikers. I'm assuming a player will have to go in for Cambridge as well. So they're currently playing with 10. No. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, they're playing with 10 players. Here's the substitution. So Mateo Grant is out, and number 13, Saab Kohar, is going in. There we go. That's going to be making things a little more complicated for me now. Whole bunch of new players I need to learn. Ball is out. It's going to be a throw for Cambridge. Good play there. Looking for somebody in the box, but easy for Clark to control. Brosol playing back to the keeper. That is Jacob Finley. A flick there by Luca Romano. A long run across. A good chance for the captain there. Ball well placed by Nicholas Antolsic. And an even better save by Daniel Clark. Lee, long ball. Protected by Patrick Brosseau. Playing back to the keeper. right now. 74.5 minutes. Brousseau again. Long ball. He was looking for Luca Romano, but he was coming back. Clark with the long ball. Headed back by Heimbacher. Cotterell intercepted and dispossessed by Evan Antolsic. A long ball, however, that goes nowhere. Easy for Clark to control. 15 minutes to go in this game. Getting closer and closer to the sudden death. The agony of the PK. The game is getting a little more physical now. Across, was looking for Ferraro, no luck. That's Hendricks, chased by Monterosso. Playing back. That's Tareke playing midfield. Hendricks again. That's Santillan. Alexander with a cross. Out of bounds. Another goal kick. Second half just started in Toronto, where Masters FA still leading 1-0 over Guadalupe United in the other semifinal. Comes the long kick from Findlay. Flicked by Romano. Nice play there, looking for ahead of us. Antosic controls the ball, tries to beat a player, doesn't have a shot. Good defensive play there by the strikers. Neutralizing what looked like a very dangerous attack. Kudos to Spitzeri using his experience. A seasoned player, easily resolving a situation that was very complicated. That's a throw given to Woodbridge. That's a foul called against Patrick Brousseau. It's a free kick for Woodbridge strikers. Referee telling Brousseau to move away. Sorry, that was Antosic. Brousseau is in the back. And now he's telling the Woodbridge player to put the ball where it should be. Here comes the cross. Antosic clears. Tareki and Monterosso. Monterosso chasing Wilson. Now it's Tareki with a cross. It's a dangerous one. Finley controls. Antosic, long ball. That's Kyler Monterosso in the box. Here comes the cross. Takes a shot. So close. What a great play. Monterosso claiming that the keeper touched the ball. Looked to me like he did. That was a very good play by Kyler Monteroso. We're in the last 10 minutes and change of this game. Players are getting tired. Plays will get sloppier. Game is already broken. The next chance might be the one that decides this match. Neither team has been able to prevail over the other one. Both had very good actions. Both keepers have been busy. So it's hard to predict who's going to come on top here. It's a good chance again. This is Ferraro. Ferraro with the cross cleared by Lee. That's another corner kick. It's another good chance for the home team. Who's going for it? Looks like Nicholas Antolsic is going to take the corner. Two players from Cambridge staying in the back. Evan Antolsic is one of them. Couldn't see that. Couldn't see the number. Here comes the cross. What a good chance. Cleared by Marshall. Evan Antolsic, another shot. Blocked. Great ball for Nicholas Antolsic. Takes a shot. Deflected again. That was Hendricks. Another chance for Cambridge. Good control. Ferraro with the ball. Chased by Hendricks. No offside there. Antolsic. Dispossessed by Spitziri, who manages to avoid the corner kick. Cambridge is all out right now trying to get that goal that will allow them to continue on this dream path towards the final game of the Ontario Premier League Men's Cup. Ball's cleared. That's a foul call against Elliot Dell. Spitziri. Chased by Ferraro. Passes back to Wilson. Wilson to Lee. Lee to Tareke. Wilson, Lee. Tarek gets fouled. It's a free kick for Woodbridge. Now Tarek does it from like 20 yards in front of what it should be. So redone. That's going to be taken by Lee now. Looking for a long ball, looking for a header from the half. That's adventurous. We'll see how it plays out. Here he comes. Lee with a long ball. It's a good one. Marshall, no. And away we go. That's Ferraro again. Ferraro being chased by Wilson. Ferraro in the box. Still with it. Nice move. Still Ferraro. Has to play it back to Romano. Romano on the other side of the field. You have to restart all over again. That's Greenwich. Greenwich to Heimbecker. Here comes the cross. Three players waiting in the box. Far post. No luck. And it's going to be another substitution coming off the field for Woodbridge striker. Is going to be number 16, Keegan Wilson. In the 84th minute. Couldn't see well, but by process of elimination, the player going in is number 24, Nicolas Alfieri. He's the only sub they had left, except for the keeper. Yes, he is. That's him. Hendricks. Chased by Monterosso. No luck. Hendricks still with the ball. All the way to the right. To the left. A good chance there. Well, handball is called against Woodbridge. It's going to be an indirect free kick in the box. I apologize for the pauses, but it's really, really hard to see the numbers in the back of the Woodbridge Strikers players. Gold over white on a night game, impossible. There you go. What is he doing? Yeah. Finley taking the goal kick, or the free kick in this case. Flicked by Romano. Romano still with the ball. Antolsic. Tareke. Tareke with the ball. Looking for an option up front. That's Cotterell on the left side. Very well dispossessed. That's another throw. We're getting very, very close from the 90th minute. The throw for Woodbridge. Cotterell. Shoots to net. Easy for Jacob Findlay. Has been very strong in net tonight. Long ball looking for Kyler Monterosso. Monterosso, nice ball looking there for Christian Ferraro. Controlling near the corner flag. Waiting for some support. Can't find much. Greenwich against Marshall. Monterosso, Greenwich. Playing back to Heimbecker. All the way to the right. Nice movement there. A long ball looking for a header. Clark was there too. Hendricks. Alfieri tried to kick the ball out. There were a couple players exchanging information about their respective family trees there, but I couldn't see what happened. Hendricks sending the long ball up. Headed away by Dell. Back into Woodbridge possession. That's Pizzilli taken down. That's going to be a free kick. Just in front of the D for Woodbridge on the 89th minute. An excellent chance for the visiting team. An interesting game with the Woodbridge Strikers, leaders of the OPL 1 league, not having been able to win a single game in their OPL Cup run this year. They advance via PKs every single time, and they're tying today. And then, on the other hand, Cambridge United almost always, if not always, having to face OPL 1 teams and dispatching of them with authority. Here comes the free kick, cleared by the defense. Toreke. Antolcic doesn't want any trouble, send the ball out. Half a minute to go in regular time. We'll see how much time the referees add to it. There were a few substitutions, an injury when Mateo Grant was on the ground. So we can expect 4 or 5 minutes perhaps, and then after that, the game will be called. Hendricks, chased by Monteroso, imperfect pass. Greenwich clears the ball and Landis on top of the crowd. Woodbridge strikers players they look frustrated. They probably thought it was going to be easier than this. And to be honest, the game was very even. Both teams with really good chances. Woodbridge had a little more initiative in the first half, but could not translate that into any goals. And the second half was very, very even, with Cambridge even having better chances. There's a foul call against Tristan Greenwich on Omari Cotero. It's going to be a free kick. One of the last plays in this game. In front of the ball, that's Alexander Santillan. Here comes, that's a good one. Ahead, clearing. Hendricks putting the ball back in. Finley with authority getting that ball. And also being fouled in the process. So it's going to be a free kick. Not a lot of time left. Here comes a long ball. Looking for a flick. Romano with it. No luck. From one end of the field to the other. It's going to be a goal kick for Woodbridge. It's going to be done by Daniel Clark. Here comes. Long ball. Looking for Alfieri. Intercepted by Evan Andolcic. Ball sent out. Tareki given to Alfieri instead. On ball. Cleared. That was number 14, Callum Heidebecker. A good chance, maybe the last chance for Cambridge. Oh, still there, still, what's that, a foul call? That was a foul call against Luca Romano. Cambridge was still with possession and with a good chance, but referee decided to call the foul instead. This is definitely going to be the last chance of the game. And the responsibility will be on Christian Ferraro, it seems. He's the one putting the ball on the ground. Just 3 yards outside of the D. So a good 25 yards away from the net. I see Nicolas Antolcic and Christian Ferraro. There's 5 players in the wall. Antolcic over the crossbar. This is probably it. Clark seems to know that's taking his time to do the goal kick. At this point, neither team wants to risk too much. Here comes. It's a ball for the home team, Cambridge. Yeah, like I said, they're taking their sweet time to do everything. And it's played on the ground. And physiotherapist arrives to look after her, Diana Fatica. Can't see who the player is. But some of these guys certainly have put on a huge effort tonight. It was very warm and humid when the game started. It's been very intense 90 minutes. We'll see what the outcome of this is. Players getting up will have to come off. He has to come off. Is that Tristan Greenwich? I cannot see that far. No, that's it's a Woodbridge play. It can't be. I couldn't see who it is, but the player came off. It's another throw for Cambridge. I wonder how much longer we're going to be playing. Player goes back. Oh, it was Lee. Ball cleared. Another acrobatic attempt. Fails. It's another throw for Cambridge.
Go Cambridge!
Gotta do it quick though. It's not much time. Referee already checking his watch. A flick there. Easy for Clark. And that's it. Game is over. We're straight to PKs right now. Straight to PKs to decide the finalist. Yeah. We're all wondering here, but yeah, this, as per the rules, it's straight to penalty kicks, which is very familiar territory for Woodbridge. That's because that's how they advance every single stage, but also a good memory for Cambridge since they beat Scrosopio on away by PKs after a 3-3 tie. So hard to tell who's the favorite here. Both keepers have been on top form tonight. Keepers, as usual, have nothing to lose. They can be the heroes. They can never be the villains. We'll see how this goes. While we wait for the PKs here, a quick update on the other semifinal. We're halfway through the second half. It's still 1-0 for Masters FA. On the 69th minute. So 20 to go there. Lots of stake here. They have to do it the first, well, normally the first draw is to determine which side. The second draw is to determine who does it first. I guess they have picked a side already. They're walking towards the right side of the field on your screen. Now we'll see who's taking the first one. Finley and Clark, who's going to be the hero tonight? Spectators start to migrate to the right side of the field now. All the ball kids crowding that area as well. There's an exodus of people here. Interesting. So, looks like Woodbridge Strikers is going to take the first one. If I could only see the number. Looks to me like that's Ronaldo Marshall, number 9? I think so. Normally it would be him. So yes. Oh, 19, number 19, that's Omari Cotero. Thank you to my camera friend. So Cotero with the first PK in front of Finley. I'm not sure what is the issue. They're telling the kids to move away. They cannot be behind the line. They could be on the side, but they cannot be behind the line. Here goes Cottrell and Finley. Takes a shot, scores! It's 1-0 for Strikers. Now it's number 10, Christian Ferraro, taking the first one for Cambridge. Lots of tension here. Ferraro goes for the ball, shoots, scores! 1-1. Daniel Tareki is next for the Strikers. Finley looking at him very intensely. Tareki with the ball. Referee gives the signal. Here he goes. Tareki. Goal, scores. It's 2-1 for Woodbridge. Next in line. Looks like number 14, Callum Heimbecker for Cambridge United. Daniel Clark walking back and forth, pacing while he waits. Heimbecker in front of the ball. Here he goes. Heimbecker scores. It's 2-2. Third PK for Woodbridge Strikers. Looks like that is number 9, Ronaldo Marshall. Short run. Here he comes, takes a shot, Scores. 3-2. Next in line. Kyler? Kyler Monteroso, number 16. His dad's right next to me. That's why I'm asking. I can't see that far. Monteroso in front of the ball. Referee gives the order. Monteroso taking his time. Here he goes. Monteroso. Clark with the save. Low to the left. Clark went down. Used his legs to deflect the ball. And Woodbridge takes the lead. Number? Can't see who that is. Comes the shot. Saved! That was Jacob Spitzeri, the captain. Had his shot brilliantly saved by Jacob Finley. And now Cambridge has the opportunity to tie this shootout in the feet of Nicholas Antolsic, number 47. This is the fourth PK for Cambridge. Looking to score and put the things 3-3. Antolsic scores! It's 3-3. And here's the last one for the strikers. Again, it's hard to see the numbers. Number 13. Alexander Santillan, I should have guessed that. Alexander Santillan in front of the ball, lefty. Finley very confident after his last save. Santillan scores. Oh, beauty. Well placed. Last PK for Cambridge United now. Walking towards the ball. That is number 10, Christian Ferraro, which makes me wonder who took the first one. That is Christian Ferraro. Needs to score. Ferraro with the ball. He shoots. He scores. A beauty. 4-4. Now it's sudden death. Looks like number 23, Jordan Hendricks, walking towards the ball now. It's 23, I'm guessing. Here he comes. He shoots over the crossbar. Tristan Greenwich. No, that's Luca Romano with the opportunity to win the game for Cambridge United. This is a match point in tennis terms. A fantastic opportunity for Cambridge United to keep writing history in this OPL Cup and put away yet another OPL one side. Romano with the shot. in front of Daniel Clark. Romano, Bidi, Vini, scores! Saved by Clark. Oh, the agony. Woodbridge gets another live. That's Francesco Panetta, number 20, with the ball. Panetta with the ball. Here comes. He shoots, scores. That's 5-4. Walking next. That's number 77, Elliot Dell. Cambridge was so close. They just needed to score to win it. Now they have to score to avoid losing it. Dell with the ball in front of Clark. Here comes the order. Dell shoots, scores. Clark guessed right, but it was very well placed by Dell. Could not do anything about it. Who's next for Woodbridge? That's 5-5 after 7 shots. $24. Alfieri, 23 this time. Here comes the shot. Another score, another goal. Again, impossible to see with these numbers. That was either number 24, Nicolas Alfieri, I think. And now it's number 4, Evan Antolsic, walking towards the spot for Cambridge. It's 6-5 for Woodbridge right now. Eighth PK of this definition. Antolsic scores. And now 7-7. No, 6-6, sorry, after 8 shots. It's impossible for me to see who's taking the next one. The numbers are so hard to distinguish. Impossible. Here goes. Another goal. That's 7-6. And this is Patrick Brosseau taking the next one for Cambridge, trying to tie the game once again. That was number 2, Michael Cachella, who scored the previous one. Brosseau with the ball now in front of Clark. Brosseau scores. That's the 10th now for Woodbridge, and it's going to be number 41, Elijah Biatley. Again, this is by process of elimination, because I couldn't see all the other ones. I think I guessed them right, though. Lee taking the 10th PK for Woodbridge Strikers. In front of him, Jacob Finley, determined to make the save and be the hero. Here comes Lee. Scores. That's 8-7. And now number 12, Tristan Greenwich. For the Strikers, sorry, for Cambridge United. It's 8-7. After this, it's going to be turn for the keepers to take the PK. Here comes Greenwich. Saved by Woodbridge Strikers, and Woodbridge advances to the final game, defeating Cambridge United 8-7 after a 0-0 draw in the 90th minutes. Once again, Woodbridge Strikers prevails from the spot. Third consecutive victory for the away team. And now they have to wait to see whether they're playing against Masters FA or Waterloo United. As we said, right now the game is 1-0 for Masters FA with about 10 minutes to go. A heartbreaker for Cambridge, culmination or the end of the road after a fantastic run in this OPL Cup. A feel-good win for Woodbridge. They dominated in the first half. They struggled in the second. They get to go back home with a smile on their face. Again, this has been an OPL production. My name is Gabe Almada. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.